Hello everyone, today we'll continue talking about Python. They will give you 5 programs to write in Python when you're bored or don't know what to do. And from my point of view, these programs require you to know Python at intermediate level, but most of you can write them easily and add to your portfolio. So let's start. First of all, it's Django or FLASK website. So Django and FLASK are two main web development frameworks in Python, and from my point of view it's crucial to know them not as a Python programmer, because in Python you can work with big data, neural networks and simple applications, but it's crucial to know them as web developer today, because many websites are getting transferred from old languages like PHP to Python plus Django bunch. And the reason is that Django is very fast, secure, and it's new framework. And because of that, if you know how to build up applications on Django or FLASK frameworks, it will be a benefit for you in the future. And there are 3 criteria you should follow while you build up your application. First of all, it's security. So your website should be secure. Make sure that there are no vulnerabilities in your website and it's working really fast and of course secure, because many websites today are getting hacked and it's a huge problem, especially for web development nowadays. Then make sure that you use technologies. So technologies, you can use pure JS, CSS and HTML on frontend and Django on backend, but it's not as cool as if you use, for example, REST API on backend with Django and AngularJS or React.js on frontend, because if you do that, if you use technologies, modern technologies, you can show your application as a portfolio and it will be better for you just to know new technologies, because everybody works with them now. And then it's beauty or style of your website. No one wants ugly website, and because of that I want you to make it spicy and good looking. So yeah, that's all about Django website. Next project I wanted to write is server client application with pure TCP or UDP protocols. So today there is no app which works without internet, and if you're not into websites or web development, you should know how internet works, and you should know, for example, socket library or twisted in Python. And if you can think of an app which works without internet, think again. It uses Google Ads, and Google Ads itself gets information from internet to show you most relevant and ads which fits you, because that's how algorithms of Google advertisement work. And yeah, it's actually Google Ads in any game, mobile game. There are 3 ways of creating your own server application. First of all, you can write your own socket library, but we don't talk about that because we are not maniacs. Then you can use socket Python library. So socket is a library provided by Python to work with internet. If you go that way, you bump into many errors, but these errors will enlarge your Python knowledge. For example, you will learn about asyncio, threading and multiprocessing in Python. You will learn about SSL in Python and it will help you a lot. But if you want to write modern application, you can use technology or framework called Twisted. So Twisted is a framework which was written by MIT, and as far as I know, Dropbox uses Twisted to manage their data. And Twisted is a simple framework, so you can watch my video about it, about tpc-ip Twisted, and create simple chat. But if you want to go hard way, it's better for you to use sockets. Next idea I want to bring you is bot or automation system. So the main idea of bot is that it needs to help you or others to do their routine job. And there are many ways of writing a bot, so you can choose. Almost every social network today has its own API for writing bot or automation system. And I have an example myself. I had an Instagram profile which simply contained space photos. And what I needed to do is every day go to the web, download photo of cosmos or space and then post it. But the main idea is that I had no time and no will to do it. So I created a bot and posted on server. That bot simply goes to Google, searches for space 4K, then downloads image, and every image is a unique one, so that a little addition but very cool addition to a bot, and then downloads it, creates a post on Instagram, and everything is working fine. But unfortunately it didn't turn out, so I don't have profile with 1 million subscribers, but I have a bot which I can simply show as my portfolio today. And there is one principle you should follow while you create your own bot. Your bot should be reliable, so no poor internet connection or no server shutdown should interrupt your bot. Okay, it will be very hard to overcome server shutdown, but try. Next idea is Python UI app. So Python is not as widely used as, for example, C++ or Java when it comes to UI app, but you can still write it. You can use PyQt framework, which is simply C++ framework but for Python. Then you can use Kiwi framework for Android apps, tkinter, standard Python framework, but actually I have never used tkinter because I think it's just boring. It's better to use Kiwi or PyQt for me. And it's very cool to have your own UI app because you can show off. Nobody from normal people will understand when you, for example, have neural network and you open up console with very fast training, or I don't know. But when you have UI app, you can show off, or it's very cool just to have your own UI app. So yeah, let's move on. So if you are here and you have Django or Flask website, server, bot or bunch of bots and many UI apps, consider leaving, because your own neural network will be very hard to write from my point of view. If you want to know how neural network work and how properly to write a neural network, you can try to write it. But as for me, I have never wrote it myself. So I had bunch of examples and I understand how they work, but I just don't know. Maybe it's because I'm full at math. Yeah. So, but you are awesome and try to write your own neural network. If you want to do it, you can use TensorFlow, Torch or Keras frameworks in Python. And these frameworks are about neural network. Again, it will be very hard for you to write your own neural net, but it's worth it. And you will do it because you are awesome. These are 5 programs you can write on Python, and good luck.